Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by Apex Irons from Callaway.
Hello there, I'm Cara Banks, and this is your Golf Central update. What a final round it was at the Worldwide Technology Championship at Mayakoba, where Viktor Hovland successfully defended the title he won here last year. Now, a three-time winner on the PGA Tour after a four-stroke victory today at Riviera Maya in Mexico. Here's what he had to say upon meeting the media as champion.
PGA Tour title. I've had the honor of being with you on all three of them now, and I look forward to being your good luck charm many more down the road. There's so many stats that I can run through, but just what an incredibly impressive week. 72-hole scoring record. Just a couple opening comments on how it feels to have claimed your third career PGA Tour title.
Yeah, it feels awesome. Obviously, I felt like my game was in a good spot going into this week, and I know this course fits my game really well. But there was some stuff that didn't quite go my way so far, or in the start of the week, and it was nice to overcome those struggles and come out on top.
Were you aware that no one ever successfully defended their title here before this week?
I was told multiple times, so yeah, I was aware, and it feels great to be the first one to do it. Okay, well, with your win, you moved to number 4 in the FedEx Cup standings and projected inside the top 10 in the official world golf ranking. Some pretty impressive stats there. With that, we'll open up and take a few questions, and the way we're going to work this, we'll do the English portion of the interview first, and then we will move to Norway questions. And with that, we'll start with Daniel. We're up before with Golf Digest. Daniel, go ahead.
Congratulations, Viktor. This wasn't your first win, of course, but it was the first time that you were in a position of having a multiple shot lead coming into Sunday and really being in control of the tournament from the jump. How different of an experience was that, closing the door, and what do you make of the way you handled playing the lead like that?
Yeah, it was a little different. I slept great, but I woke up really early this morning, and I was pretty nervous and excited to get going. So to be able to kind of sleep on the lead and go out in kind of the conditions early on today, because it was blowing pretty hard on the front nine, and frankly, I did not play well at all the front nine, but I was able to hang in there and make a lot of good putts, and I was really happy to be able to just kind of pull off the round that I did today without having my best stuff.
And I know that you've been working hard with Jeff on your chipping. Can you walk us through exactly what you've been working on, and then need to be negative, but what was going through your head there on 13?
Yes, I mean, basically been trying to essentially rotate my forearms a little bit in the backswing so I can get that club face to open up, get it more essentially on plane, so then I can use the bounce coming through, you know, in a lot of different shots. Because in the past, I've essentially, the first move has just been like that with my wrists, which is what I do in the full swing, and then you're just exposing the leading edge, and it's just going to dig every single time. So on 13, it was a tricky lie. It was kind of sitting down, and I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to come off, so I tried to kind of slide the lob wedge underneath the ball and try to kind of get it to pop up, but I didn't think the club was just going to grab it and go straight underneath the ball, and yeah, you guys all saw what happened, but I hit a nice chip from there and was able to scramble a par, and obviously not what I was looking for when I was in the middle of the fairway hitting a 7-iron into a par 5, but I think it would have changed a little bit of the remaining holes if I would have made another bogey there.
Well, he said he didn't have his best today, but he still hung in there on that front nine, 3 under par. You can see he turned in 33. A couple of bogeys did creep in the back, but ultimately started the day with a 2-stroke advantage and finished it with 4. Viktor Hovland, your champion at Mayakoba. Matthew Wolff, many people wondering what may have happened to him. He obviously began the week well, had the 18 and 36 hole lead, but a 74 on Saturday dropped him back. He did, however, bounce back today with a bogey-free 6 under par 65, and here's how he reflected on the week after his good performance.
It's not about how you started, it's about how you finished, even though I started really well. I felt like, even yesterday, my game really felt good, just stuff wasn't really going my way. I had a lot of bad breaks and the putts weren't dropping, and I mean, I easily could have shot maybe a couple under if I made a couple of the short ones coming in, but just didn't turn out that way. And I knew that I felt really good with every part of my game, and I knew that if I came out today, especially with it being a little windy, and put a really solid round together, then I could shoot up the leaderboard, and that's what I did.
You got to 6 under for the day to 13, so things were clicking. Tell me a little bit about that stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, it's the same thing as kind of the first day. When I was 6 under through 13, I didn't even notice that I was, that under par. I think a couple more putts went in today, and then on top of that, I just, got a couple of good breaks. On 7, I hit it a little left, and it ended up staying in the rough, and then I got that up and down for birdie. And yesterday, it crept into the trees, and I had to hit it lefty. So I just think, a few more things went my way today, but this is a really good golf course. It kind of took away my driver, but I figured out a way to play it well. And, this closing stretch is just really good. It's hard to make birdies coming in. And I had a lot of good looks. Those didn't quite go in, but I was really pleased with how I played today.
So ultimately a tied 5th finish for Matthew Wolff. Justin Thomas finished up in 3rd position after, he bounced back from what was a very slow opening round for him on Thursday. He was 3 over par through his first 11 holes, managed to come back in his second 9 in just 30 strokes, really to keep himself in the championship. Today he had a 2 under par 69, which was enough to see him take 3rd place. And let's find out what he had to say after the day.
I made a lot of really nice putts today. I hit some good putts that I felt like could have gone in that just didn't. I just didn't drive it well. Didn't get off to a good enough start to really put any pressure on Viktor. It was a little windier, a little harder today, but I still wasn't swinging it very good, and I felt like I really got away with how I felt over the ball the last couple of days better than I would have thought, and I think it just kind of caught up to me today.
12th hole. Take me through that second shot when you tried to play it around the trees. You ended up making a pretty decent bogey out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that hard of a shot. I mean, it's when you're able to get the club on the ball, I mean, we can move it quite a bit, especially hooking it with a short iron like that. The only issue was I had like a little bit of kind of like an acorn on the right side, so I gave it a little bit more room in case it shot left so it didn't hit a tree. I felt like that was one I could have hit on the green. It would have been a really hard shot, but yeah, I mean, you don't want to make any disasters there, but the point where I was at, I really needed to make a 3 there, so that 5 hurt.
After the way you started on Thursday, how happy are you the way you got to this point?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I mean, showed a lot of great things, a lot of positives. Really putted the ball well this week. I felt like it had a lot to gain on that. I just got to tighten up my swing and some things here and there. But all in all, it was nice to get in contention.
I'm sure the crowds enjoyed watching Justin Thomas as well. The PGA Tour champions were able to wrap up the second leg of their Charles Schwab Cup playoffs at the TimberTech Championship today. They did have to play catch-up yesterday with all 36 holes after Friday was rained off. Ultimately, it was New Zealander Stephen Olker who captured his first victory. What a run he is on. 8 top 10 finishes, including this victory in his last 9 starts on the PGA Tour champions. Having never had a top 10 in his PGA Tour career, he is, though, a 4-time winner on the Corn Ferry Tour.